Well, on Wednesday today, we are going to finish Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. I'll read the whole verse. We're making great progress, aren't we? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Heavens and earth are a theme that will go throughout the scriptures. They're two spheres of life. Heaven, God's kingdom, where God rules. It's a place of holiness, justice, love, truth. And earth, as we go through the scriptures, is a place filled by humanity and our sin, our rebellion. Can't put it in any blunter terms. It's the world that we see around us right now, and its brokenness and disease and violence. And we experience them as separated. But that's not where they began in the scriptures. God created the heavens and the earth. And as we see, as we will go into more of Genesis, God's realm and humanity's realm, heaven and earth, were united. They were joined together. Right? God walked with humanity in the garden. And the heavens and the earth were together, but then they became separated because of our sin, our choices to rebel against God as king. But God's response was not to cut off humanity, not to destroy humanity. But God's response, we see, is to move towards humanity, to look to make space within sinful humanity and sinful human space with his holiness. But he wanted to do it safely. And that's the theme of sacrifice that we will see going throughout the scriptures, his sacrifice. And the Holy of Holies in the tabernacle, that was the place where God came down to dwell with humanity as close as he could get without harming humanity. That then became the Holy of Holies in the temple. And when that temple was destroyed, even before God's presence left, because of the reoccurring rebellion and rejection of God as king by his people. But then John in chapter 1 of his gospel talks about Jesus as one who tabernacled amongst us. John clearly says that Jesus is that space of heaven and earth joined together like the Holy of Holies was, that joining. And Jesus went around bringing God's presence. Part of the Lord's Prayer, may your kingdom come, may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's what Jesus was doing. And on the cross, Jesus absorbs our sin to create space for God's space to come into our lives. And at the end, we read in Revelation where God, his city, his temple, his presence comes down, a new heaven and a new earth, and they are rejoined together. This is the arc of the narrative of the scriptures when it comes to the heavens and the earth. And here in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created heavens and earth to be together. That's what our calling is as followers of Jesus. How do we cooperate with God's desire to bring heaven on earth? Just like Jesus taught us to pray. So here's my question for you today. How is God inviting you to allow him space to work through you for his glory in the lives of others? May God bless you as you follow him today.